good, everybody? Welcome to the Icons in FIFA Mobile. So the Icon SBC event is here. So we're going to break down everything you need to know in order to try and get yourself Nesta at the end of this one. We're going to show you all the different players, sort of some strategies that you can use to try and get it. Obviously, it's very SBC related, and so that's where what you're going to want to do is, if you don't have a lot of players in the market now, wait for some of these new promos to drop the players. We have the new top transfer player promo coming tomorrow. Bundesliga rival players become auctionable on the first. Use that and wait for some of these things to help you get these SBCs and these things completed. The market right now is crazy expensive, so I think I'd hold off on that for right now. But we're gonna kind of talk about different ways you can kind of get the most out of this promo. It looks like if you finish all the SBCs each week, which is definitely looking like a really expensive thing to do at the moment, you can finish like 4 or 5 different icons each month, which will in 2 months time get you enough to get yourself the Nesta. You can use Henry, you can use Petit in there if you're trying to get that Nesta card. So the biggest thing is going to be the coins for the SBCs and also the coins for leveling up these cards so they're at 93. So anyways, I'm going to give it a bit of time to give my full judgment on this promo. I think it has potential. I think that there's a lot of things that they could use adding into this promo, in terms of other ways to get icon points, maybe an icon tournament things, but I'm definitely going to reserve my full judgment on this promo until we see sort of how it progresses over the next few weeks, months, those kind of things. But anyways, let's get into it. Let's start the action. All right, here we go. New icons event now available. New challenge is approaching. Build squads that meet the icon SBC's unique requirements to earn great rewards, including icon players. There's stuff in the store too. Icons special offer. That's it. That's the only thing in the store. 50 icons points, 30 icon points, 3 career points, 1,000 VIP points. Kind of a boring store offer, I'm not gonna lie. Complete weekly icon SBC challenges, earn aspect and icon points. When you win, you get an icon player. Spend points on different aspect points to claim players. Icon players refresh monthly. Okay, so you get new icon players every month, which is nice. Play squad building challenges to earn icon points and aspect points. Challenges refresh weekly. Spend icon points and aspects to earn icon players in the icons chapter. Let's go check out the icons chapter. So we go to our icons chapter. These are going to go weekly. So each icon player requires icon points and aspect points to unlock for claim. Aspect point and icon point offers are available in the offer thing. Icon chapters refresh monthly with different icon players. Be sure to complete and claim before the next refresh, as it will not carry over. One thing to think of too when you need this is you need both this one and this one to complete it. So you need both of them in order to. That's why it has the two. So unlock using both icon points and the aspect points, and that's where you want to hold off. Don't spend them right away because you don't want to lose your progress when you're going through it. You can buy icons points for. You can buy 250 icons points for, what a random number. For 18,750 gems, we get 250 icon points. How many icon points? Oh, and then there's these. Oh, these are the SBCs. Okay, how many do I need to get an icon here? 1,150 icon points to get Eusebio. So the offers are like not great. Ooh, I kind of like that they're doing this style now. So we got 81 with the chemistry. So what you got to do here, obviously, is getting your chemistry is going to be that's going to be tough. 65 chemistry actually. We could throw Henry in. Definitely not going to throw Henry in, but you could throw Henry in, and then you get your chemistry and stuff from there. So you can do the chemistry one. You can put your chemistry view on to help you with the chemistry of your players. Then the minor one that you get here, 76 overall with 65 chemistry. So it seems like the easier ones to go through are going to be these ones where you need the 76s, but you're definitely going to want to have saved up a lot of players in the market to try and get that. And so one of the things when you're going through these players, you're going to want the same teams, you're going to want those things. That's going to make this pretty tough to probably do, but we're going to work through some of those ones. So that's the chemistry one. We'll see what happens here if they're all kind of the same idea. Bundesliga Bash. So this one you need 78 overall. You need Bundesliga players that you're going through on there, and so obviously this one's going to be the same idea, but it's going to be Bundesliga Bash with a higher overall. So 83 overall there, players from the Bundesliga, from the Liga rivals. So these are going to be some of these are going to be a little bit tough to complete, I think, for this. The legacy point, and this is the one you want for the Eusebio card. Ooh, 3 players, 78, 3 players minimum, 15 chemistry. This one actually seems like one of the easier ones to do. 78 overall minimum with only 3 players, but they have to be in position. Ooh, that's gonna be tough, especially if they put bad positions for the other side. Let's go over to the other side. Come on, right forward. I got one of those. Oh no. 5 midfielders. You mean minimum 5 million and an 88 minimum overall team. Yo, that one is insanely tough. Ooh, that one's not good. That one's gonna be so tough. And then we got our champions point, 76 team of the week player. Oh man, team of the week's coming back in right now. So the team of the week reserves, those are going to be the ones that you want in there. And then probably obviously a harder team of the week. Team of the week starters. Oh man, 11 team of the week starters. That is going to be insane right there. So you got 11 team of the week starters that you got to put in that one. This one you got 76 with Liga 1, and then some other players that you need to put in there as well. And then the honor point, you need 2 Liga 1, Domino's Liga 2, 83, 6 minimum players. Oh, you don't need a full team though. That's interesting. So some of these ones, they have enough room for that, but not the full team. So it's interesting. I think like you definitely, I like the idea of this sort of like, you know, different things you get to play in, like each of the events is different and, you know, different things you're putting in, but they definitely seem like they're going to be some tough SBCs to kind of grind through, especially because if you want to start getting some of the players, like in order to do this, you're going to have to go weekly resets. If you get 2 legacy, so 12 legacy points, which means 4 weeks, you're going to get enough in 4 weeks for there, but the icon points, you're not going to get enough. You need 1,000 icon points for this. So I think you're going to have to basically do this legacy event, and then you're going to have to do all the other ones in order to get yourself that Eusebio card if you want to get that. All right, if you're wanting to know if you can use your, to get Nest, if you can use your Henri icon, like you don't have to use the icons from the icon event. And maybe this is also something people have been like looking at here. You can use icons that you get from the other one. So if I get the Henri one, that counts as a base icon player. He's still a base icon player. So if you have Henri, Petit, you can use those icons, which means that you should be able to use the icons as well from the Star Pass. So Star Pass icons should work fine. So if you wanted to get Star Pass icons from the Star Store, which we're looking at getting, you know, one of them soon. Like, it still to me seems like a very expensive thing to kind of, you know, put in and use those ones, but that's a couple icons to go towards that as well. So if you're looking at getting the cards, you have basically right away 2 cards that you can put in if you finish those ones for that Nesta. You have the Henri, you have the Petit if you want to put those ones in. You could get yourself about 2 of them in a month. You're getting to like yourself looking at maybe 4 or 5 months to get Nesta, and then you just have to level it up. So if you're looking at trying to get this Nesta card, you have 2 already. You can probably realistically get 2 players just kind of grinding through fairly easy SBCs a month, maybe 3. So that's 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. So that's basically looking at 3 months to get this Nesta if you get enough to trade in. So I still don't think I would trade in my whole team for this Nesta, but I guess you can kind of see what happens as you go through. But I'm saying, you know, if you go with there, if you look at the Star Pass players that you could add in as well, you have 2 to start off with. If we're looking realistically at the amount of cards, you can go, you're gonna have to spend a lot to level them up. But if we go with Hernandez, say Ricosta and Clues, like you could go 2, 3, 4, like that's pretty easily attainable. In fact, I would say even realistically, you could maybe get 4 of them done. And if there's other ways that you can do this, so 3, 6. So actually, if you're looking at doing all of them, this is probably your best way to do it. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have 5 players that you get in a month. So in 2 months, if you do all of the SBCs every single time and level all of these cards up, that part's going to be a little bit challenging. Then you should be able to go back and do this Nesta card. And then what you're going to have to do, the difficulty of getting this is obviously going to be leveling all those cards up to a 93 overall, but then you also have Petit, you have Henri, so that's basically from there you're able to get enough. So in about 2 months time you should be able to get yourself Prime Icon Nesta if you complete all of the SBCs, if you do all of those things and you have a bunch of coins and stuff you can to level those players up to the 93 overall. So, the icons we got Sebio here. He's gonna be, so we'll break it down like of kind of the amount to sort of like play this, and this is what I keep saying this, but like again, like these icons, something with this icon feels off to me. Like, it feels like we should be getting more icon points than we're getting, because to try and get this card, you would have to basically do more than 4 weeks doing all of them. I think you can get like 900 basically from, or I guess 900 from 3 weeks. So like, you're basically gonna only get this Eusebio card if you do that, which just seems like, it seems like a little off to me, right? And so there's something like, I'm hoping that maybe it means that we're getting icon tournament, we're getting something else, anything else like that that's going on. And then you have to get the points as well, the legacy points for that one. He's a very nice looking card. 113 excel, 124 sprint, 132 finishing, 128 shot power, 124 volley, 102, 121 agility. So he's got some good stats. Not worth it at this point, you know, for what you would have to put into it. But if you finish all the SBCs, and then you have to do these ones as well, which you can get from going through it, but again, you get 12 each week if you do both of them. So 12, 24, 36, 40. So basically all 4 weeks to get Eusebio. Then if you want to go again, next, nice stats, right? 124, 117, 121, 122, 131, 114. But it's that 900 points. You know, it's doable if you do the SBCs because you're just focused on that one SBC, but the icon points are going to be the one that's hard. Actually possible to do it for this card here, but it's going to be, you basically have to do every single SBC every week to get that one done, which is going to be hard, but again, wait on the market, wait for the market to kind of, you know, dip a little bit. It's like super inflated right now, but a lot of promos are coming soon, and a lot of promos are going to, you know, drop cheaper players and stuff like that if you're looking at trying to do this. Kaká, again, same story, 36, so this one is going to take you 3 weeks to get the 36 points if you do all of them, and then the 800 points is going to be the hard thing to get. He has decent stats, but I don't know that like he's not like, if you have prime icon Zidane, this one might not really be the one to kind of go instead of it. But if you're doing two central attacking mids, Kaká and Zidane together could be a nice combination. And then again, Giroud, you can get away with doing one less of the 2-point ones that you get per week, and that will take you 3 weeks to get this part of it. And then to get the 700, it's going to again pretty much take you doing almost all of the SBCs for 3 weeks in order to get that Giroud card for the 93 overall card. Stat wise, good in the shooting department, good in the passing department, good in the agility department. Nothing fantastic about it, but pretty good all around stats, I would say there. So if you really want the, you know, the Giroud card, you want the Liverpool card, that could be a good one to kind of pick up there. So that's the 93. We start to get into a little bit more reasonable icon points when we hit the Van Nistelrooy card with 600 here, because once you get 600, you're looking at 50 per week. So again, if you go to when you go to your points, you get 50, and then the amount of challenges, right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, we have 5 challenges, so 50, 100, 150, 200, so 250 per week, plus the other 50 for the small one, so another 50, so 300 per week. Which means once we get to Van Nistelrooy, you're basically looking at 2 weeks for there, and then 12, 24, 36, so 3 weeks to get the main one, but you don't have to do as many of the smaller ones. But since you're doing them for the icon ones, you might kind of end up having to do that anyways. Stat-wise, I like the strength actually on there. What is it? Yeah, 106 strength, 96 aggression, 99 heading. He's going to be a good card to have there. Plus, he's pretty tall, so he's going to be good at getting headers. I guess if you like cross spam, and he's a card that could help you out with that. And then we go to Blanc here, and this one, again, he's got decent stats. Nothing over the top amazing, anything like that. But it's going to be 12, 24, 36. So again, 3 weeks to get yourself these points. But if you get those, you're not going to be able to get Eusebio, and that's where I'm thinking there might be other ways to try and obtain these players, points carry over, those kind of things. 500 points here, so now you're starting to look into more reasonable numbers for the icon points. Overmars, 12, 24, 36, so 2-3 weeks, you know, just over 2.5 weeks basically for that one. And then the icon points, again, we're looking at the 400 range, and then now we hit the elite cards. The elite cards are the one I do want to look at Overmars stats, because I love that pace, and I love Overmars. This is definitely a card I want to get. When we get into Makelele, Scholes, Close, and Rio Costa, and Hernandez, these are ones that are a bit more doable. 1 full week of doing the icon points will get you enough to get Makelele, and then 12, 24, 36, and then you're basically going to have to do 2 weeks to get these points here. If you're looking at skulls, you're looking at almost 1 full week to get there, and then 12, 24, so just over a week and a half basically to get the points for that one. Close is going to be 200, so he's going to be, you know, not all of the points, a couple of the points, and then you're looking at about a week and a half again for there. And then Ricosta, same thing, just over a week to get the purple points that you need, and then you're looking at doing the 2 SBCs that you would have to do for him, as well as an extra 2 SBCs on top of that. And Hernandez is the one that is actually most doable for you if you're trying to do this one without spending any money on this, because you have to basically do 1 week of there, and then you're gonna have to do 2 of the big SBCs to get that done, one of which you had to do anyways to get these 12, so basically 1 extra SBC that you need to do to get that Hernandez card. So he's the most obtainable. But I still think it'd be nice to have other ways of attaining these players other than going through the challenges. The challenges are definitely difficult, and definitely difficult if you are not, you know, prepared with a bunch of players in stock. But you know what? It's one of those things where I'm hoping that the market prices will go down here. We're saving onto our coins. We're not investing in the players in the SBCs now, because in my mind, this is something that I'm hoping is going to go down a little bit when new events, you know, drop their auctionable players, when Bundesliga Rivals drops their unauctionable players, those kind of things that we can kind of build up from there. So you know, it's an interesting design here. And then obviously the Nesta card at the end, you need the full team. This one is, I don't know, trading in 1193 overall players is something maybe I would do in the summer, but like not for a while. I feel like would I ever want to trade in a full team of icons for there. I do want to get a full team. We're definitely going to get the full icon team, so make sure you check back when we do our full icon squad builder video. That's going to be pretty exciting and pretty hype when we get that done. But for now, I think I'm going to hold off on most of the icons. I'll try and maybe do Hernandez, some of the base icons, roll through those ones as quickly as I can to kind of go through there. But the market probably now is a great time. It's like a kind of a seller's market right now. You know, make some coins, those kind of things. Wait for Bundesliga rival players to drop, because if you look at how many Bundesliga rival players were in this event, there's tons of 89s, right? There's tons of players you could use to help do these SBCs, so hopefully that will help with their team of the week. I know Global Team of the Week is coming, and I'm hoping Global Team of the Week can get us some way of getting Team of the Week players. If they are the same players, that will really help with some of those SBCs in there. So one thing I kind of talked about this already, but if you are worried about this event, the long term, the ability to do this as a free-to-play, the ability to get these players, I would wait on seeing what's going to come next, because this is one of those ones where the SBCs trying to complete this day one looks not like a good idea. It's just going to frustrate you. It's going to stress you out. It's going to make you be like, why am I even doing this? And so if you just take some time to, you know, wait for the market to slow down, those kind of things, you know, plan out the player you want, know that the points are going to carry forward from month to month, or at least I hope they are. Hazard kind of was a little bit iffy on that, but we're looking to clarify that with a tweet or anything from anybody who knows kind of, you know, what's going on with that, because it did say progress, which makes me think that they're talking about don't claim one of the 2, claim them both if you're claiming one of them. So don't claim anything right away, wait for those things. That's the best way to do that. But anyways, thank you for checking this out. Thank you for stopping by. It's been a pleasure as always. Stopde.